it, I'm ready to do it, I can't be afraid now. Put me on the stage now, I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. I'm ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real, I'm feeling so ruthless. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Yeah. So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made of. Get in the game, your moment of fame, show them what you made of. It's time that we stand up, it's time that we man up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up. My time, nothing can keep me from reaching the top. This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride. I'm ready to throw down, it's time for the showdown. I'm ready to rise, don't be surprised, I'll take on the world now. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown, we know what it takes to be reaching the top. We're reaching the top, we're reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown, we know what it takes to be reaching the top. We're reaching the top, we're reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up, I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart, I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop.
Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's coverage of the 5th season of the NASCAR Class C Maconi Fixed Series. This evening we're excited to bring you top split action for the weekly strength of field race for the virtual Kentucky Speedway in Sparta, Kentucky. Maconi Entertainment is here to bring you action from all types of racing, including the top split for this series, RTP, and Fast Fridays. No matter what you're racing, we can bring the action to life. My name's Justin Prince. Alongside the booth tonight is ARC Menards racer Brayton Lester. DJ Lyon is working patrols as our producer. Brayton, with the 3 NASCAR series wrapping up their action to the real world side, there's still plenty of iRacing seasons to go, especially since on iRacing, every day is race day. But we're headed to the now defunct Kentucky Speedway for some action-packed racing tonight. With that in mind, what do you expect to see here this evening?
This one's going to hit the hearts of a lot of drivers. This track was a fan favorite, and like I mentioned, now defunct, hasn't seen action since 2020, I believe, in Cole Custer on Victory Lane in the Cup Series. But here in Sparta, Kentucky, mile and a half, and it's a fast mile and a half. I think these drivers are going to have their hands full, try and keep it under them, and see the bit of a cookie cutter shape, but very, very wide and that kind of extended tri over there, make it a little bit unique.
And it's going to be interesting how drivers handle the different banking, a bit more flatter in 3 and 4. The most difficult turn 3, in fact, described with that corner of the racetrack when it was populated here at Kentucky with popular racing for the NASCAR's top series. But still, plenty to talk about, especially when it comes to the drivers. Dean Brummett comes in today as the points leader, after all, over Dakota Lawn. Justin Modello, Wesley Parker, and Keenan Jones amongst your top 5. A lot of the drivers that have been regulars at the top of these standings trying to stand out. Dean Brummett in particular, all running a champion in the past in this campaign, for this series, should say.
Yeah, took home the 2023 Season 4 championship 1 year ago to this season. We're in the 2024 Season 4, so it's a year removed, trying to go back-to-back for Season 4 championship in the later part of the year. So only 24 starts. Anyone familiar with the iRacing program, you can run as many times throughout the week as you want. It kind of does like an average, have drop weeks and whatnot. Only 24 starts this season for Dean Brumman, and 5 wins in those 24 starts. Dakota Long, on the other hand, 77 starts, so about 3 times as many starts, and 34 wins.
Wow is all you can say to that metric, to say the very least, for the driver's side. But still, these drivers are getting ready to race what's going to be a tricky track when it comes to the 1.5 miles here at Kentucky. A lot of those names, including several of the others that you expect to see at this time of the year, expected to go fast. Brayton, though, tonight's going to be an interesting night. What's going to stand out to you the most when it comes to this racetrack on the Mine, when it comes to this field? More than 4,000 S.O.F.
Yeah, that 4,000 S.O.F. is going to be a doozy for a lot of these drivers. These are the best of the best on iRacing's platform. And not only the best of the best in iRacing, but we got a handful of real-world NASCAR drivers competing tonight, taking that first week off and getting right back into the groove of things with iRacing. I know we got Andre Castro, who's done some Xfinity, a very big driver on the road course side, and then Roger Caruth, of course, a Truck Series driver. So he's going to be taking his hand and trying to take it to the best of the best here on iRacing.
Qualifying coming to a close now for the session. 22 drivers ready to compete on the track. The S.O.F. is a 4,411 tonight here at Kentucky. Getting ready for a race starting off in dusk. Here's how they qualify. Kenny Brady is on the pole alongside Nathan Lyons. Then it's Wesley Parker and Ryan Zima starts off in 4th spot. Andre Castro started the 5th position with Brendan Wills back in 6th. In 7th tonight is Dakota Long with Jackson Anderson alongside. Then it's Trevor Selesny who will start off in 9th, and Jalen Parker is in your top 10 here, Brayton.
Now behind those guys, we're going to have Jordan Haynes in the 11th, and right headed outside is going to be Jeff Maconi, and driver who we don't normally see start this far back, Dean Brumman, with a best qualifying effort of 13th. This race here, and even more shocking, the number 1 ranked driver coming into this race, the league race, goes outside. So row number 7 there is packed full of talent. Behind them, Chris Wetz in 15th, Daniel Burns in 16th, William Tyndall in 17th, Matt Larmore in 18th, Rod Dr. Ruth, talked about him a little bit ago, in 19th, Isaac Smallwood in 20th, Keaton Jones in 21st, and rounding out your field, Jesse Pettis in 22nd.
So shots bottom at the running order here tonight at Kentucky. So we get set to go racing. We'll get set for your Maconi Setup Shop race analysis in a moment as well. Just about all set to go for this field. 22 trucks, as mentioned, racing for about 40 laps tonight here at Kentucky. It's a cool racetrack as well tonight at 67 degrees Fahrenheit. But here's a look at that race analysis. Remember, 1 GWC available and used for tonight. Fixed iRacing setups, no fast repairs in this series as well. Keep in mind when it comes to these trucks. But expecting some high fast speeds here, with it being one of the cooler temperatures on the band. 67 degrees Fahrenheit track temperature, going to mean you're seeing some pretty high speeds here tonight here, Braden.
Yeah, when you get a lot of drivers this close when it comes to competition, you have some crazy accidents. I know last week at Phoenix, we ended the race with sending 2 cars flipping out of the track, and many more spun out and the barrel rolling down the back straightaway. So I'm sure drivers are looking for a great turnaround with this race here at Kentucky. Good point tonight opportunity for your guys like either Dean Brumman or Dakota Long.
We'll have to see what happens here tonight with these drivers as a result. Who is standing out the most to you tonight amongst those keys to victory, but also those keys to fast drivers?
I think saving your tires is going to be a huge part of this track. Mentioned turn 3, a little bit more bank. They're going to carry a little bit more speed through there and be able to maintain that speed throughout the longevity of the race. Is going to be a huge part of success here tonight for these drivers.
Absolutely. Who do you think is going to be able to get the job done tonight, though?
I really like Nathan Lyons. We've seen a lot of speed of a young driver starting there in that second row. So I think Nathan Lyons definitely in a great spot here to find victory lane tonight in this broadcast top split.
Happy to have you with us here on iRacing social media platforms and Maconi Entertainment. It's coverage of the Maconi Fixed Series. In control, it's Kenny Brady and Nathan Lyons on your front row. The iRacing pace car is off for the start zone. Already drivers starting to wiggle as they make their way to the start box. Green flag is out. We're underway from Kentucky. Already jumping up the second spot, Wesley Parker getting shuffled into a battle for third. Nathan Lyons at this point. One driver scuffed the wall and Brandon Wills. Everybody else going 2 by 2 as already the field trying to settle itself out.
And Brandon Wills, great qualifying effort inside the top 10, falls outside the top 10 for scuffing the wall, and is continuing to bleed through 1 and 2 here. And field trying to sort itself out all throughout the entire field, but Kenny Brady leading the field in turn 3.
And for this track, it's very important, mind you, to get to the bottom of the racetrack, Brady. We're already seeing that. Oh, some trouble. One driver turned into the grass. It's the Ford truck. Caution flag is out for the first time tonight as Andre Castro is set for a spin.
Got some help here from Ryan Zima. But we mentioned, all the drivers trying to get to the bottom, all the drivers trying to run that single file line, get the draft, get the run down the straightaway, and that's exactly what's going to cause this incident here, and get the replay here. Number 4 truck. It's gonna be Castro. Gets up in the wall, comes down across the nose of Zima. Catches some nice little air, able to keep it going straight for the most part. But caution at the point already coming out, and I believe maybe no black flag for the 4. Time I've got a pony for entering pit lane, but here. Get ready on board with a 9, not on board, but following the number 9. Never on board with a 9. He might have given the 4 a little bit of help. We'll have to see it.
Castro did slide up initially, yeah, and that caused a bit of the wiggles.
That very tight race, and they're coming off the corner, mentioned try and carry as much speed as you can off the corner, and it's an unfortunate incident there.
Castro Monstil's now to pit road for damage repair. Aerodynamics extremely important here at this racetrack, hence why we're already seeing people try and fix some of it. But already, someone to keep an eye on is, no surprise, Malik Ray is up from 14th to 7th. One of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series drivers is on the move.
They didn't take any time, no hesitation whatsoever. Not scared to take it to the right if you have to. We've seen that time and time again. It's one of our biggest movers, up 7 spots like you mentioned, and I think we'll be able to contend for this win when we get back going green flag racing.
A strong possibility here, especially as we get a long run. Also someone to watch for tonight, the NASCAR Craftsman Trucks Series racer Raja Karuf from 19th to 12th so far. He's also expected to fly through. He was one of those who did not set a qualifying time for start positions. Already made his way just at the edge of that top 10 with his speed.
Another driver up 7 spots, mimicking Malik Ray there. I think both the drivers to get to the front will be able to go and fight for it. They're going to have to get around Kenny Brady, who's led every single lap so far, and everyone behind him is trying to figure out what order they want to run second.
And under caution for the first time tonight, getting ready for the restart in the next lap or so, should at least. The lights this time do go out, so it's Brady and Parker on the front row, Lyons and Lawn, Zalesny and Haynes, Ray and Parker, Anderson and Maconi are now your top 10. Roger Karuf with the pitters did move up to 11th spot, by the way. So far, so good for your race leader. Clean air is important, mind you. It's going to be difficult to battle for this race lead here today, especially with that charge to get to the bottom.
Yeah, and saw everyone there trying to make the momentum work and make the momentum stick. I think you got a little bit of a longer green flag run. Once everyone gets single file, you might be able to make a move for the lead, just using the draft and using their friends behind them if you have to. But I think Wesley Parker in that number 3 truck to the outside of Brady here, he had a great restart last time, and he was able to carry that same momentum.
See who's able to carry the momentum this time. Coming up to 35 laps to go in this race. As they get all squared away and set to go here. Happy with us again to remind you here on iRacing social media platforms. Maconi Entertainment for the Maconi Fixed Series. Our first restart of the race. This time field in the hands of Brady. On roll to get up to that restart zone here at Kentucky. Green flag is out, timed up perfect for the inside, timed up bad for the outside. Parker blocks the lanes as tempers flare.
Yeah, Parker going way low, trying to get to the inside like we've talked about, able to get right in line behind Nathan Lyons and seal the deal.
Already, Parker shuffle back to third on the restart. Malik Ray to fifth. 3 wide in the heart of the field, you see. Roger Carufa Monsters in the 3 wide. Jalen Parker, Jordan Haynes up the middle. Try to all sort themselves out here as Caruf moves his way to the top 10.
Caruf during that black number 8 took the other 10, though, looking at his inside. Here comes Jordan Haynes. And the number 16 right behind him, Jalen Parker's going to fall back a little bit, doesn't want to push the issue. Meanwhile, Haynes looking side by side with Cruz. Cruz gets a little bit tired off the corner, has to check up a little bit to allow Haynes to pull away.
Able to jump up and take a spot near contact as well for the battle for 9th. A lot of these drivers trying to carry momentum off corner exit, though, out of 3 and 4. Momentum so critical in these trucks. Right now looking as Anderson is up to 6th position, but the caution flag.
Car stopped right from their leaders.
Yeah, someone had an issue. It was Jesse Pettis who stopped on the racetrack, had been in an incident on the last lap, I believe, for 19th.
And then slow rolled was on the apron. I thought the caution didn't originally come out. So go back, looking at the 21 truck, that pink truck, got a little bobble from Zima, then goes, hits the inside wall, slides up the track. No one is coming at this point. The rest of the field is going down the back straightaway. So no caution yet, no caution yet, no caution yet. He's going to sit here for a hot minute though. And then finally the field's going to come by, and that's when the caution is going to come out, because at that point you have lingering traffic. But look how close it's going to be. He waits for the absolute last second to get out of the way here.
There's drawing a caution, and then there's this. He is extremely lucky he was not in the middle of the racetrack. In the middle of that. That could have been bad. That could have been
really
very bad.
Yes, that was very catastrophic-esque. Riding on board now with Kenny Brady, your leader. His night has been perfect all night long. From pull, led every lap, and about ended just a couple inches away from disaster like this.
Full throttle and hello. You're
Talk
not
about a jump scare.
Yeah, not expecting that in turn 1. And that already drawing some ire, to say the least, inside the field. But first lapper now in the field. Look like we're going to have an extra pace lap potentially here. Kenny Brady's still the lead. Let's take the break for the time being. About a quarter of the way through the race here at Kentucky. Some weird action so far here on iRacing.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome back, everyone, to Kentucky, where we're still under caution after our second yellow flag. Already seen some interesting moments here in this one. Maconi Entertainment and on iRacing social media platforms. And a reminder, tonight's action is brought to you in part by iRacing, right on his trained tool by countless professional drivers. iRacing's unrivaled. It's racing similar because its creators have managed to capture every last car and track detail and recreate them in a package that perfectly encapsulates the feeling of being behind the wheel of a race car, pushing its mechanical limits. Of course, it's designed to test the driver's mettle, and the industry agrees. Visit iRacing.com to sign up, become a member today. After all, it's now 50% off for new members and 25% off referrals up to December 2nd as part of the Black Friday sale. iRacing's biggest sale is back right now.
A big opportunity there for drivers to get in iRacing, or for new drivers to become a race car driver, be able to get on the platform. It's a great platform. I like to use it both as, relaxation, going to the racetrack every week. It can definitely be very tiresome. So I like to go in there, have some fun. Dirt rally cars if you want at, Urbandale Figure 8. Why not?
Yeah, there's a lot of different combinations and a lot of hype coming up for the new build in the next few weeks, to say the very least. We'll see. Or you could do trucks at Daytona like Movember as well. Movember's coming up as well for the end of the month, is it not?
Yeah, the end of the month, like you mentioned there, November 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern. The Saturdays for the Boys charity race benefiting Movember there. Maconi Setup Shop putting that one on. Feel free to go check that one out. Sign up today at MaconiSetupShop.com/Movember. It's like November, but with an M.
Get set to go in this field. Let's reset the field once again. Kenny Brady, the leader. Nathan Lyons in second spot. Then it's Wesley Parker, Trevor Selesny, Malik Ray, Jordan Haynes, followed by Jeffrey McCarty, Jalen Parker. Eden Jones in 9th from 21st. Castro's recovered a 10th from his spin around for the first yellow. We're back to racing. And already 3 wide in the midfield. Dean Brummett charged up the outside after a stall out. Everybody else keeps it 2x2 in the battle in the mid-pack.
Dean Brummett, first car on new tires. You'll have to watch his charge through the field, see if that helps him out at all. Currently being pushed 3 wide, though. See him in the middle of the battle of that pack there.
Oh, and we have some more contact. The Schoolish Castro pushed to the apron. Jalen Parker ping-ponged around as well. Castro able to hold on to it, but that's going to cost him all the momentum. 5 wide.
One driver trying to make it 6, ping-pong off on the frame bumper car. Is going to turn 1 at 180 miles an hour, and somehow, some way, we make it through.
Castro's not going to be happy in the cockpit, but that was surely something special. That drops him all the way out of the top 10, by the way. Now they try and regroup and reset. Single filing out of the front of the field of note. Jeff Picotti up to 6th position. He's been on the prowl as well. Keaton Jones, we mentioned him on the prowl. He's already looking for a battle for 9th spot just up the road.
And Dean Brummett there in that 7 truck right behind these guys, trying to duke it out with Keaton Jones in 18 next front up, and Ryan Zima in that number 9. For instance, all night long, he's trying to make his way back up front. And see the single file line that's formed with the lead pack now. That's all going to help Kenny Brady pull away until your second, third, and fourth place car able to get buttoned up.
On board from Zima. races in various different leagues on the platform at a high capacity. Right now, doing a solid job. Was involved in the first caution, though. Involved in a turnaround. You know who's also speeding fast? Malik Ray has charged up to third position as this is all going on. He's so far set the fastest lap of the race in the 30.2s. He's the only one with that distinction. Right now, he's trying to fly his way up to the top two.
A couple drivers flying off the track, literally and figuratively. Malik Ray, a bit of a connection issue for him. Car's not one to stay glued to the track, able to get settled for now, but we've seen drivers have great runs and then have a connection or a hardware issue that sends them out of the race. So try and get that under control. Meanwhile, battle back here, heating on up inside the top 10. Jordan Haynes, they're in the number 10, side by side with Jeffrey Maconi in the 03, running that Movember paint scheme we just talked about. Maconi clears there for 6, but right behind it, here comes the 16 of Jalen Parker.
To the inside, trying to take away the 7th spot right now. However, it's so hard to make the move here at Kentucky. You can have the momentum, you can have the line, but it also forces the driver to the inside to have to be very much perfect. There's so much momentum you can carry out of 3 and 4 from the outside defensively.
Yeah, see Jeff Maconi, they're kind of blocking the lanes, blocking the exit. Haynes trying to build some momentum around the outside, not quite able to get the run he wanted. Going side by side to end of turn 1, and Maconi's got the draft off of Trevor Zelazny in front of him in the 17 truck.
Just at the halfway point, by the way, in this one, as it's 2x2 in the midfield, where he still holds on to the lead as we still see the front runners duke it on out. Inside on the slide, Parker now being side drafted a bit by Raja Karuv. It's the 2 machine up the road, looks to settle on out. Dakota Lawn in the line as well.
Hey, Karuv, they're in the 8 machine. That's Parker going to fall back behind him. He's going to get pressure from Keaton Jones in the 18, but looking up front, I mean, it's a battle everywhere you look.
Karuv amongst those trying to charge fast. Dean Brummett putting Maconi under attack after a failed pass attempt for the inside. Now Maconi forced on the defensive. They look trying to poke underneath, actually. Raja Karuv along with Dean Brummett to try and get alongside Maconi's truck.
They're about to take Jeff Maconi here 3 wide, and they're going to do so. Brummett on the inside in that 7. He's going to be able to pull away. Raja Karuv gets right in line behind Maconi, gives him a little air bubble push here. Gives him a physical push going into turn 3, upsets both their trucks, and Karuv's going to fall back a split second here.
Forced to regroup again after getting shuffled back from the initial restart. What we've seen on that said restart happen with the 5 wide. Still on the outside, Maconi with the squeeze. Up front though, up to second is Ray. Next up is Kenny Brady. It's a 10 truck length difference between first and second.
Yeah, about half second advantage right now to Kenny Brady. Pretty close, actually, breaking that draft barrier. About 9/10 of a second is about what you need. So Brady, I don't think will be able to pull away that much at the line. 0.543, so just over half-tenth between Kenny Brady and Malik Ray. And Malik Ray has no help whatsoever. You see that gap getting smaller and smaller, but I don't know if he's going to have the time to get there. I mean, thousands will not get the job done here.
It's going to take some time, but Ray right now is your fastest on the racetrack when he's in open space. Last time by, when not in open space, he matched the race leader's pace. We're side by side. A 9, trying to squeeze at Zima. Inside, Dean Brummett makes the spot as Zima gives the spots up to him and Karuv.
Zima's already had a very interesting night. I'm sure doesn't want to make it more interesting, not trying to push the situation at all. So going to slide right in line behind Karuv. But look who's behind Zima. Dakota Long got the caution going to come on out. Caution back in the pack. Not sure who it is. We got Jalen Parker and Jackson Anderson, both slow rolling. Going to be inside the top 15.
Dane's getting aggressive in the battle for 12. And it puts us back under caution. Watch turn 3 as Anderson ends up making contact and then gets glued.
Anderson there in the 11 just gets right hooked by the 16, and up in the wall, airborne, and take away the pain because he's making sparks fly there. Jalen Parker in the 16, Anderson in the 11. It doesn't really go to the yellow line, I think, like Parker anticipated, and make contact. At that point, they're stuck. That super glue, like you said there. It's like getting cheese off a greasy pizza. It's possible to do.
And so that brings us back under caution. Vicious variety of contact there. Andre Castro, by the way, also with a meatball flag during this yellow flag, but that's for a different reason. He clipped the edge of this incident. See him falling down the hill. He actually clipped the very edge of the contact here, destroyed the truck off Anderson.
Yeah, definitely a heartbreak situation there. Don't want to be involved if you can help it. I mean, Castro, just wrong place, wrong time. Nothing you can really do differently.
By the way, under this caution flag, as they were downshifting, Zelezny crashed into the wall and collected another truck.
It was Jordan Haynes, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Jordan Haynes, he collects. Roger Caruth asked him if he was good, but he just said question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
It's a little bit further back than where we're at here. It would have been down the back straightaway, remember. Because it was under caution, it ends up potentially penalizing drivers too. See him spun around in the middle of the back straightaway. This is all while catching up to the pace car. Catching up to the pace car, currently on the tail of the driver in front. Then downshifts, nearly money shifts, and brings Haynes with them into the inside wall.
See if we can get on board, just listen to the motor and listen to the downshift. If possible, he might have just downshifted, anticipating it. Yeah, and I was okay. So on the clutch, probably just trying to save fuel a little bit, trying to do something wacky there, and while the clutch didn't know what gear he was in, and downshifted one too many, and let her eat at 9,000 RPM, which these trucks are absolutely not rated for.
14 laps to go in this race. Tires didn't even get to the 90s, out of the 90s, should say. Nathan Lyons to race later with the pit strategy during that sequence. But you know who's still up there? Jeff Maconi is amongst the top 10. We do have the opportunity to speak with him, believe. We'll see if we get that chance here with Maconi.
Actually, he's not available tonight since he stepped away for a split second. Probably shaving his beard.
Yes. Or not, because of November.
Exactly. Raising money, raising awareness. He's growing it out. Last time I saw him, he looked like Santa Claus.
But it's important to mention the reason for the change for the lead. Lyons took 2. He was the only driver of the field to try to take 2 tires here, Brayton. Everybody else on 4 tires. Track position, going to be critical.
I think that's going to be a huge part of this, is that track position for Lyons. You know, he heard me predict him, I believe, to win this race. And so he's just making my dreams come true. I'm sure that's what it is.
See what happens here with Lyons, one of the rising stars in the stock car world. Of course, Lyons having opportunities in the summer shootouts over the years, getting opportunities to drive the diversity program. It's become a notable name. He's with Rev Racing, after all, in the past year in the Legends division from Texas.
That's done a really good job at making a name for himself on the social media side of things too. TikTok primarily. That's how I first ran into him. You know, got to talk to him a couple times here and there on the platform. And a really good kid, really open attitude, very open-minded as well. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him, especially partnered up with Rev Racing there. I'm excited to see what he does both on iRacing and in the real world. I'm sure we'll see him competing in an ARCA car, I'm sure, in a couple years.
Well, he's going to be the one in control of this field. Alongside him is Brady, Ray and Parker, Caruth and Brummett, Maconi and Zima, Wetz and Long. Your top 10.
I think it's anyone's game at this point. The 2 tires from Lyons, going to give him the track positions. He was able to make it work. Most drivers are reporting less than 8 to 10% less, or 8 to 10% wear on the left sides. So I think they might be able, with some luck, some help here, make it stick.
12 laps to decide it here. Will the 2 tires work? Will the 4 tires dip on by? Let's find out. Coming up to the restart zone. Green flag is out. Lions goes early. Able to clear on by Brady already as Ray tries to cut the apron. We have a spinner in the back. Caution. Haynes and Matt Larmore both go around, and we're under caution.
Okay, it's perfect for Nathan Lyons, going to be able to get a couple more laps off the docket with those 2 tires. See what happened here. Jordan Haynes has been up front for the most part all night. There's a restart gone wrong. Now the 19 truck in front of him. That's Matt Larmore. It goes, and then he doesn't go. And number 10, Haynes tries to maybe look inside, and Larmore trying to get out of the way, and just wrong place, wrong time. We have a bobble, I think, after from the 19, and once you make contact a little bit with these trucks, it's very hard to separate at that point.
So the contact ends up causing the spin, obviously. So Haynes going around Larmore, already to pit road from the contact. We're back under caution as those 2 make their way back to pit road. Remember, 2 tire sets available to pits. These drivers now have to get at least the damage taken care of. But that, as you said, really helps Lions. Less laps to try and have to defend here with the situation, and with the drivers laps down still in the field. He's in a position where it's going to be about 7-ish laps to go when we get back going.
I think you're going to want another quick caution. You're putting in green white checker territory and trying to hang on for 2 laps. Regardless, he should finish, in the top 5 easily. Just being able to hang on, assuming he just doesn't get flat out freight trained. I'd imagine he's able to hang on fairly well. I mean, these cars, these trucks, this track, 14 degrees banking there, 1 and 2, 7 degrees in 3 and 4. That's a very generous amount of banking. Not very rough on the trucks too much. Mentioned the draft, kind of your friend here, but can also be your enemy with the dirty air for the cars that behind or in front of you. So I think you're gonna be a-okay. I have to have another quick launch, and we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, figure out if he's able to hang on.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need: Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to tonight's coverage of the Maconi Fixed Series here from Kentucky. Under caution once more as we get ready for appears to be a 7-lap shootout once we get the signal. Currently getting the extra pace laps as Jackson Anderson, should say, is still in the race. Hence why the pace laps, others like Andre Castro, are still getting repairs done under this yellow. But it's Nathan Lyons up front. Dakota Lawn on board with one of the points contenders along with Dean Brummett. He's been floating around this spot throughout the race. It's time to charge ahead, though, as we come up to the 1-to-go signal.
As he was able to make up a couple spots, Dean Brummett only a row or two in front of him. Definitely, every point matters. We only have a handful of races left in that championship, and you mentioned we have the drop weeks that are counted throughout the season as they go, and a big S.O.F tonight, 4,400 plus. That's a great points opportunity for some of these drivers, especially Dakota Long.
We'll have to see what happens here with this field. Lyons, Brady, Ray, Parker, your top four. Caruth and Brummett, Zima, Wetz, Maconi, and Lawn, your top 10. Of note, Caruth, once the hard charges the field up 14, +8 for Wetz. Keaton Jones just outside the top 10's a +10. Malik Ray is also +10. I want some of your big movers in this field.
Kenny Brady on the outside there, fastest lap of the race, and that's been primarily from the lead. So dirty air, a huge factor, and Nathan Lyons is going to be able to produce a ton of it for the 20-plus drivers behind him.
Coming up to the restart zone for a 7-lap shootout. Ray already looking for a bit of a ramp to be able to time things up with Lyons. Coming up to the box. Green, green, green. Lyons stacks them up. Able to get clear for the race lead. Here comes the block on Brady. Brady now trying to find his way outside. Stays to the bottom as they stick to the yellow line. Now Brady takes the arc.
Brady's going to have some help from Malik Ray there. He's going to get the bump off of turn 2. He's going to have the run on the inside. Kenny Brady side by side. Malik Ray trying to make it 3. He's trying to, not able to do so going into turn 3. Nathan Lyons hanging on but barely.
And we make contact still side by side. Ray gets loose off the nose of Caruth. Side by side in the battle for the race lead as Lyons gets the edge of the stripe. Ray trying to force his way 3 wide. Nearly turned around Lyons. What a save by the 6 truck.
Now Lyons able to save it and take the lead from that bump and from the save. Caruth now trying to look for a second, looking inside 3 wide of Brady and Malik Ray. Here comes Roger Caruth in that black number 8 truck, slides up, makes contact with Brady. This is going to allow Nathan Lyons to pull away.
And squeezing 3 wide, Ray up the middle. They get squished. Ray getting squeezed up the middle. Able to go up to second goes Malik Ray on the bold move. And this is allowing Lyons to run away. Less than 5 laps to go.
A 3x3, 2-3 rows back, finally able to work it out between them. Caruth goes up the block. Ryan Zima is going to stack him up a little bit. Here comes Jeff Maconi in the 03. Oh, trouble!
Caruth in the heart of the field saves it. He falls outside the top 10 after the slide. Battle for second continues. Brady inside, Ray outside. Less than 4 laps to go as Ray lets by the 5.
I mentioned that bump going to turn 3 from Zima. That's basically what upset Caruth and carried a ton of momentum. Oh, huge wreck. Dakota Long barrel one down the back straightaway off of turn 2. Other drivers in the wall, drivers in the air. The 14 cuts across the nose of another truck, and Dakota Long, his big points opportunity tonight, is going to end up in shambles with bumpers flying.
And the caution waves with less than 5 to go, likely GWC territory. It's a big stack up this time.
A very big stack up.
After Dakota Long said head over heels in his truck with Chris Wetz.
It was doing good. It was making momentum up on Brummett. Wetz in that 13. It gets into the right rear of Dakota Long. Long airborne, gets hit by the 10 truck, and then Chris Wetz goes down the track and creates all kinds of other controversies with not controversy, but chaos, I guess is the better term, with that 13 truck. And at this point, I mean, cars flipping high, cars going low, there's nowhere you can go.
A lot of hard hits. So let's see what happened from Roger Caruth's point of view. Remember, he just got shuffled back after this craziness.
That was 3 wide going through 1 and 2, and finally that I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna fall back behind Malik Ray and Kenny Brady. Come off a turn 2. A little bit hectic is outside, and then he's gonna get a bump from Zima. Going into turn 3, there's the bump. He's gonna carry some momentum and get into the left rear of Kenny Brady. That's gonna knock him loose, knock him sideways. Little 2-wheel slide, able to get it going again. Loses 10 plus spots, and he's gonna have a front row seat to all this action here.
And then, after they all settle back down in front, things get chaotic as everyone takes him 3 wide, passes on by with momentum, and then should see the trouble down the back straightaway right here where things get chaotic again.
And nowhere to go, able to find a hole somehow miraculously gets through it, and he's gonna have another shot at the top 10 here. Green white checkered is out, so we'll have one lovely attempt at that. This is played in the Nathan Lyons handbook perfectly.
It's going exactly how the youngster needs this to go, but we've seen how aggressive Malik Ray is willing to take it here. How does that impact things, knowing he's not afraid to send it 3 wide if it comes down to it?
I mean, we've seen drivers do some desperate maneuvers and anything for a win. These drivers know Lyons is on 2 tires. They know they have the faster truck, and they're going to have to get around him any way they can. They know if they get a caution, though, time is out of the essence here with this green white checkered format. If they get a caution before receiving the white flag, the race is official. So they're going to try, they're going to try and make that move going to turn 1 right after the restart.
Let's see what happens on this restart coming up. Still the lights on top of the iRacing pace car. We're down to 15 on the lead lap, by the way. Of those, 12 are what you can call clean trucks. 3 with significant damage. It's been an interesting race, though, throughout here, Brayton. Now it's the matter of, can they survive for 3 more miles?
That's going to be a big if, and I don't know if they're going to be able to or not. We've seen the bumps, the moves, the aggression level has been getting more and more aggressive, very heated in the heat of the battle, per se, throughout this race. And now green white checker territory, going for a win in a high S.O.F. I mean, I'd wreck my grandma who had the opportunity to win an S.O.F. like this.
We'll have to see what everyone else is willing to do now for this. After all, an S.O.F. win, going to be very valuable for the point standings, if you think of it that way. Are you still comfortable as you're picking Lions here for this restart?
I think so. You know, there's many ways you can win. We mentioned, you know, if that caution flag comes out before they receive the white flag, the race is official. They will not get the opportunity to build momentum that entire second lap like I think they're going to need to. And I think he'll be able to hang on that second lap as well. So if they do get the white flag, the next flag will be checkered no matter what, no matter who takes it. So I think Lyons is going to be the man with a plan, and he's got a plan, and we're going to see if it works.
No matter what, this is the final restart. Remember, to get to the white flag, it's the race to the checkers. If they get a caution before the white, the race ends under yellow. Lions on 2 tires, trying to hold on. Kenny Brady in second, Malik Ray third, Dean Brummett fourth, Jeff Maconi and Ryan Zima. Amongst your top 6, Parker, Jones, Haynes, who's recovered back to 9th after 2 spins. Lesney rounding out the top 10. And not sure what's going on here, but we have contact up front. Apparently, a screen failure for Kenny Brady just led to contact with Malik Ray before the restart.
Definitely not what you want to see coming to green-white checkered. Brady seems to be going straight now, so this can end very badly for the 5 truck. Not only the 5 truck, but others around him.
Seeing some damaged trucks towards the back that are going to have a hard time here for this restart. Time down. But now, we're set to see what happens for the front runners. This for the win for the S.O.F. race tonight here from Kentucky. Through a caution-filled affair here for the Bluegrass State. Lions, Brady, front row. We go earlier. Will he try and bottle him up again? Goes early. Green flag is out. 2 laps to go. Lions already clear. Ray already clear. The wrecking behind. Nathan Lyons gets the win as the back of the field piles up.
A huge wreck. Here we got drivers stopped. That's number 10, Jordan Haynes. Going to end up with a meatball flag here. A couple other drivers. Haynes does not, but Anderson and Matt Larmore do. See what happened exactly. This is just after the top 10. Oh, big bobble there from the 18. Comes forcing 3 wide. Caruth in the 8. Number 10 there. That's going to be Haynes. And 18, I think, was Keaton Jones. And 17 there was Trevor Zelensky. So a lot of contact, a lot of bobbles, a lot of drivers not knowing. I think they were 3 wide is the problem there.
Yeah, C's parted for the 3 wide after the bobble from the 10. But in the end, that's enough to bring us under caution with the contact off the nose of Caruth. Let's see one more time. That's really from the block from the 18 on top of that Keaton Jones that opened up that lane in the first place.
100%. That was very much a I'm gonna go, and then I get blocked, I slow up, but people are still going.
Ends up collecting at least 4 or 5 trucks for contact. But in the end, celebrations on into the Legends Oval goes Nathan Lyons. He picks up the win and makes 2 tires work over Malik Ray and Kenny Brady. No burnouts, it looks like, coming for the youngster, but a strategy works out strongly for Lions. We'll take a step aside. We'll be back after this with more coverage of the Maconi Fixed Series. You're watching iRacing and Maconi Entertainment.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to tonight's coverage here on iRacing and Maconi Entertainment of the Maconi Fixed Series as we get set for post-race coverage here from Kentucky. Some exciting action to say the least here tonight. Let's take the opportunity to look at your results. It's Nathan Lyons, it's Malik Ray, and Kenny Brady on the podium. Zima, Brummett, Parker, Maconi, Jones, Larmore, Caruth does get a top 10 in the very end of this one.
A very shocking run, able to make the top 10 happen after Caruth, but Andre Castro able to get just outside the top 10 after an eventful night for him at 11th, William Tyndall in 12th, Trevor Zelensky in 13th, and Isaac Smallwood, best driver on the lead lap, involved in that last lap incident. There's going to be Jordan Haynes, Jesse Pettis, Jack Anderson, Daniel Burns, Chris Wetz, Dakota Long, Brandon Willis, and Jalen Parker is going to be rounding out a long list of DNFs and a long list of drivers here tonight.
Let's take the opportunity to quickly speak with Nathan Lyons. Nathan, you tried 2 tires. It works out in the end. What came down to that decision to try rolling the dice here at Kentucky?
Yeah, honestly, I came in here knowing I wasn't going to win the race. I knew I didn't have enough experience here to figure this place out. But when that caution came out, I was thinking to myself, I was like, do I take the risk and take 2? I didn't think it was going to work because I saw everybody behind me took 4, and I was like, if we get a run like we have the whole race, I'm just going to get passed. but like the cautions worked out perfectly. I mean, when Malik almost spun me there, that worked perfect because everybody bobbled him up and I pulled away. Just everything kind of went in my favor.
How would you describe the feel of this combination this week based on what you've seen and as well how you've in turn raced this combination?
Yeah, what I've learned from this combination this week is I mean, if you qualify on the pole and you can get a nice gap, I mean, the clean air just takes you to the win. I mean, it's not really, I mean, I wouldn't say it's not really a saving tires track, but like if you're the leader, you're going to win the race because clean air, like it's insane.
So
it's a really fun combo.
Pardon me there on that one. I was about to say, of course, you're one of the drivers with real-world experience as well, coming up to the ranks with Rev Racing in particular. How's that experience been trying to go up through the ranks and having a lot of opportunities to go racing these past couple of years?
Yeah, Rev Racing, that's helped me a lot in my career. It's helped me with a lot of things, like getting to race more. You know, like funding's always the biggest thing in racing, and that's the hardest thing to do when you want to race. So that's helped me get up the ranks with development. I mean, staying in fit also, that helps a lot. And I'm gonna be honest, like iRacing is what helps me in real life. So I mean, this is I'm not getting paid to promote this, but like this has helped me throughout my career.
Well, once again, Nathan, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the time. Nathan Lyons coming away with the win here this evening. I thank him for taking time to speak with us during post-race coverage here on Maconi Entertainment. Real quickly, our next race will be at Auto Club Speedway in California, November the 20th, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time for the Maconi Fixed Series. Be sure to tune in. That should be a fun time for the trucks. Potential to go 3, 4, 5 wide again with multiple different grooves in that one. Your final thoughts tonight, Braden, as real quickly we close things up after a 2-tire call comes to work.
Well, I'm just going to say I picked Nathan Lyons to win, and I was correct. I'm not correct very often, so I'll definitely cherish this moment. And I mean, fun racing all around. I'm sure it's going to be fun racing next week as well.
It'll be a fun week, absolutely, when it comes to the next time out. But it's time to say thank you to the race sponsor, Maconi Setup Shop, as well as to you, the viewers, for tuning in here tonight. On the action tonight was myself, Justin Prince, alongside Brayton Laster. DJ Lyon was producing. Thanks to our viewers for watching tonight's racing action. Hope you stay tuned to our social media pages for our next race. Thanks to the entire staff for their work in bringing this racing to you. This has been a production of Maconi Entertainment. We'll see you next time.